So some words on my custom marine style. I tweaked the settings a bit and added some features, and I want to quickly show you what you can do with it now. So first of all, there was a problem with the layering of different symbols. So previously stuff was displayed in the back. So if I quickly switch to the original style layer, it looks like this. And then you see that sometimes fairways or this area of this cable area is in the background of the title flat. So this is fixed in this layer. And I also added rendering for seabed areas marked with shells. So I choose this shader that was available. It's actually, I think, for rocks and pebbles, but I made this as very dark gray color, which is a bit transparent, so that it looks like mussels. So these are seabed areas marked with that there are mussels, so as a mussel bank. And then of course you have mud areas. So this is the default, as in the other style with the M for mud. There is unfortunately no letter for shells in the database. And if you tap it, then you see the outline. If you tap the letter of this area, and the same as for sand. Sandy areas are marked with these, like sand wave structure. So you can also tap it. I think you can't tap on the mussel banks to see the outline because there is no letter. Okay, so this way you have these mussel banks, and so you have the structure of the seabed on the map. So if you don't like it, you can change this. This you can also already do in the new nautical style. So you can go to seabed detail, and you can select omit, and then that is not shown. Oops, now the mussel banks are shown, so I have to change this, correct this. So you can turn it on and off. Not the light detail, so we go to simple again. And the wetland color is light green, like it is on paper charts, but the contrast between the light blue and the light green is pretty low. So if you are outside in very sunny conditions, it's probably hard to see. So I added a setting for this, and you can put the wetland color on dark green, and then it looks like this. The information is the same, but there's a stronger contrast, and for my personal taste, that is better than this style, because here the contrast is bigger than in this light green and light blue, but it still is not very strong, and you have then this shading with this plants and waves and water stuff that actually doesn't exist there. So this is no marshland, it's a tidal flat. So this is why this flat green coloring, I prefer this. And this way the contrast is that good that you really see these creeks in here. Very, very good, even in strong sunlight outside. So, and it even works for if you switch to the night mode, then it also looks quite okay. So this is what you can do. So now if you're a fan of the fairways, if you want to see them, so I colored them white and very transparent, so it's only slightly visible to give you a hint, so you see the buoys anyway. And here on this dark green you can see these transparent white lines. So, but if you want to increase the contrast, there's also a setting down here for the fairway color, and you can make them whiter, so they are still white but less transparent. So they become more pronounced in this map, especially with this dark green color for the tidal flats. But you can also choose other colors. You can make them green as in the default map. I don't really like that. but if you want to have it, you can choose it. And I also added a yellow color, so it's like the white, but a little bit stronger because it's yellow. So it's a little bit better to see on the light blue background. And if you don't want to have the fairways at all, you can simply hide them completely. So with this tweaked marine style, you can adjust the settings to your likings and have a map that, in my personal opinion, looks a bit better than the standard nautical style. So okay, let's go back to the let's compare it directly. Let's make the whiter fairways. So then this is not as bold as the with that ugly bold green. So let's switch here. So this does not look like a nautical chart to me. So this green color is terrible in my opinion. And the contrast between the tidal flats and the blue is also not very nice. So if you look at this, that looks more like a nautical chart. It's a bit cleaner because the tidal flats do not have that structure, but it still has a lot of contrast, so you can clearly see the fairways, the deep water, the tidal flats, and additionally you can see also these seabed detail information where the mussel banks are and sandy areas. So let's compare it again. No mussel banks, ugly green fairways, and this confusing wetland style. So I think this is much cleaner. And if you think this is even too bold, then you can change these settings. So you make the fairway color just white and the wetland color light green. So and then it looks like this. So I hope you find this useful.